strong belief. You still must work with other people who don't share that belief because America hangs in the balance.
Colorado House Republican Lauren Boebert wins a crowded primary after switching districts. 15 months after his arrest, Evan Gershkovich is on trial in Yekaterinburg, Russia.
Russian prosecutors accused the Wall Street Journal reporter of collecting secret evidence about a Russian tank manufacturer on the orders of the CIA. Gershkovich, his newspaper, and the U.S. government reject the charges. U.S. President Joe Biden calls his detention, quote, totally illegal.
Fox's Ashley Strohmeyer. Court officials say the next hearing is scheduled August 13th. Journalists were allowed into the courtroom for a few minutes today before the proceedings were closed. America's listening to Fox News.
Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Live and local. Real talk starts now.
Well, it's about a minute after 7 o'clock. It is hump day.
It's hot.
Yeah, it is hot out there, too. Got to cool down in here a little bit. It was 89 degrees at 5:05 this morning in this room. Wow.
Nice.
I don't
nice
even
and cool now.
I don't know where it's generating
75.
that much heat.
And if you wonder why Kelly and I wear long sleeves in here,
Why?
because we get a little cold.
Rayford has it cold in here, y'all.
It's not cold. It's 75
I just looked.
degrees. Come
Yeah.
on.
With all the fans blowing on us.
They
from
blow
the air
on us,
conditioning.
makes us
Hey, I'm
cold.
not complaining. It's very nice.
Turn them
but-
off. In 5 minutes, you're going to be coming out of your clothes.
It's
because
very
you're going to be
nice.
sweating.
And you do it for us, and we appreciate
I
it.
do it
but
for me. Don't
that's
get
why
yourself.
we-
Don't build yourselves up.
That's why we wear long sleeves.
Good morning. I'm Rayford Brown.
I'm Kelly Knapp.
And I'm Lee Barrows.
Yeah, let's just get real here. It's hot
Get
for me.
real.
I spend a lot more time in here than y'all do in the morning.
Yes, you do. And we appreciate you
So-
always having it nice and cool for us. I know I walked out the front door this morning.
You
It's
just
like somebody slapped me in the face with a,
sauna.
oh my gosh. I
Mm.
was sweating just going the 10 feet from the front door to the car, to the truck.
You should have put it in the garage and had a remote control.
I could do that.
Yeah, you could. And
But
then
it's
you
just-
fill the garage up with.
I don't
Fumes.
have a garage opener. And
Oh.
so it means I have to shut the doggy door in the kitchen, to open the garage door, to back out, to shut the garage door and open up the doggy door. So it's
Okay,
just
forget
easier.
that part.
Yeah. Yeah.
You thought about getting a garage door opener?
I've thought about it several times.
I wish I'd saved the one that we had in here that we threw away because we couldn't find anybody a few years ago that wanted it because we had bought new doors. Okay,
Right.
back to reality. A tropical system has crossed over the Windward Islands and is making its way westward at 25 miles per hour down in the Caribbean. A second wave has come off the coast of Africa, moving westward right now. Notice the double X's
Yeah.
up there.
It's the first thing I saw.
Forecasters with the National Hurricane Center say disturbance number one is hugging the coast of South America, moving westward across the deep southern part of the Caribbean. It could develop further over the next week. Currently, it's producing disorganized showers and thunderstorms in the area. I'm just trying to figure out, aren't all thunderstorms disorganized?
Let's not put logic in
Okay,
it.
sorry about that. Anyway, it's in the area, including over the Dutch Caribbean islands of Aruba, Maine, Bonaire, and Curacao, otherwise known as the ABC Islands. Environmental conditions support some gradual development over the next week. Disturbance number two, a tropical wave centered a few hundred miles south-southwest of the Cape Verde Islands, producing disorganized showers and thunderstorms. Some slow development of this system is possible late this week into early next week while it moves gently westward across the central and western tropical Atlantic at 15 to 20 miles per hour. We'll keep out our eyes on both systems, as should you. We'll talk more about your emergency plans, though, during the weather break in about 15 minutes. It is way too early to panic, go crazy, run around like a chicken with your head cut off. It's not hype time.
No.
When we tell you to run out and buy some milk and bread, you'll know it's imminent.
No,
Okay?
when you see on the news that Jim Cantore is anywhere nearby,
Now,
it's hype time.
If Jim shows up here, we're fine. He's never at landfall.
That's a good point.
He
That's a
goes
good
always
point.
goes to the wrong place, or they send him to the wrong place. No, I'm Jim Cantore. That's what I would do
So we're all going to the mountains then.
if he's in the mountains. That would be perfect. That one year,
Yes.
I'll never forget this one. This piece of video went absolutely viral before viral was viral. There was a reporter, a young lady with somebody in a canoe paddling, going down a flooded street where a hurricane was predicted to come ashore, had some ripples on the water. And a guy, as she's talking about how flooded and how deep the water is, kid walks by. He's got little rubber boots on. The water was about 4 inches deep.
Oh,
Deep enough to float
Yeah.
the canoe.
we've seen a lot of. We've seen a lot of those stories.
And one of my anchors who used to work for NBC, Jim Hanchett, he was saying that every time there was a hurricane anywhere nearby, NBC sent him. He was their traveling guy out of DC.
I want to go.
So
I wanna
they
do
sent
that.
him. Now he got tired of it after a few storms here and there because they're all the same and they're all boring to a media professional like he
Right,
was.
Right.
So he said the one thing that you can always pay attention to, you will find all the reporters, male and females, they will find them someplace to plant themselves where the biggest winds are, and they find a palm tree somewhere just blowing in the
Yep.
wind behind them.
Yep.
If they're on a street corner somewhere, they're going to find a traffic light, and it's going to be blowing behind them back and
Right.
forth, or that perfect stop sign or traffic sign of some sort is wavering back and forth,
Yes.
quivering in the wind. That's where they will plant themselves.
And I've noticed that. I'll just say with some local news organizations that we watch on our television during a storm, and they'll have a news reporter out there, and the water's really coming up, and I'm thinking, I have more water in my backyard.
Yeah, pretty much.
That and like we've got this debris, and they show a small fallen tree limb.
Yeah.
And I'm like, we get that during a
Oh, we had that
thunderstorm.
over the weekend, I think. Whatever day we
Right,
had a little bit of
right.
wind, I had one right up here on Country Club Drive. I didn't even get out and pick it up.
It just tickles me because they've got their ball caps on and the jacket's zipped up to their chins, and they're just like, this weather's so bad. And I'm thinking,
And then the ladies will have their hair going to the left, to the right, and everywhere else.
Yeah,
Now,
yeah.
Jim, my buddy Jim, what he would do is he would go find himself a position with an overhang, like an alcove somewhere, where you
Right.
could see the ocean in the background.
yes,
And he would stand there. They would light him because he needed light on him, right,
right.
to match the background lighting. He'd stand there and he looked nice and comfortable and totally dry and in control.
Yeah.
Still got the same stuff. He just wasn't part of the news. He said, I'm not there to make the news.
Right.
It's not about me. It's about telling the story.
That's right.
So
Well,
y'all think
know.
about that with this hurricane season we're in. And when you start watching all that, give us a call because it's funny.
Yeah, it's normal for them to add a lot of hype to it. And,
Of course it is.
but
They start
sometimes-
now. This storm that came off the coast, this thing that came off the coast of Africa, oh my
Right.
God, it's coming westward. The United States is in a direct path. It was in a direct path, 6 times last year, and they all
Right.
went north and out to the northeast. We don't know anything.
No.
We know less than anything right now. But I will tell you, it is always time, this time of year, beginning in the spring,
To
late
prepare.
spring, to get just in case. You don't have to do anything out of the extraordinary. We'll talk about that too. You can just go out and get stuff that you would normally use. Get rid of your old stuff. You
That's
should have done
right.
it last month when the
Food drive.
Yeah, food drive for the post office that was involved. Get rid of your old stuff, and then
Right.
restock it with new
And that's
stuff.
exactly what I did. I got rid of the old. Now I've not actually replenished and gotten ready, but that's coming up soon.
It takes me 20 minutes
Yes.
to go stock this household with enough food to get through.
I just have to
Because
bring
I'm
up.
already stocked.
I just have to bring a
just
bag
up there.
big enough one morning so I can take from your pantry in here. I love that
You're
pantry.
not going to take from it. You can just partake of it in case the things go to
I'll
pot.
just be dropping cans in it every time I go out.
There are alarms in there.
Yeah, I know. There's
And there
alarms,
are a couple of
cameras.
cans in there that are infected with stuff.
Oh,
We
oh,
put-
you're
we put
setting
stuff-
us up.
We put stuff in them. Okay, forget it.
Setting us up.
Y'all don't buy anything.
That reminds me, where's the cookies? You were going to make cookies again the other day.
I am.
Keep hearing it. I am.
There will be some left
That's all
over
we
maybe
hear.
if my granddaughter doesn't eat all of them tonight.
Okay, well, she's first.
I found out yesterday that it is not cheaper to go to a fish market to get your fish for dinner than it is to take my little boat and go out and catch them.
Really?
Why would you think it would be cheaper?
That bad, huh?
I got 3 fish,
Mm-hmm.
filleted, skinned, which was part of the price. 3 fish. Want to take a wild guess how much these 3, they were nice fish, they were black drum, but do you want to take a wild guess how much these 3 fish cost?
Total?
35?
I'd say $40.
Double it. And add some.
$80 for
83
3
bucks.
fish.
83 bucks.
Were they marlin size or something?
Nope. They're enough for 5 people.
Good golly.
I could go get, I should have gone to get in my boat. I should have made that plan. Todd, I hope you're listening.
Well, that's all part of the thrill and the fun when you've got the time to go out there and spend the day
is.
on the water and catch your fish and come home and cook it. But having to go to the fish market and pay that kind of money for it. whew.
Now, I know the fish market's not making all this.
No,
The
they're
fishermen are not. It's costing
No.
them a lot of money to go out
Yes.
there to target some of those cheap little fish about that long.
Right.
But, it takes a dozen. And I'm not going to eat a bunch of little spots like that. That takes forever. And the spots are so little, they look like a spot on the
I have one question for you.
yes.
In the past, through the years, have you ever gone to the fish market and asked them not to remove the head?
No, why? Some people do, I'm sure. Some people cook with the heads on them.
No, I just stories of needing an alibi.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Heavens, no. I don't need an alibi. my wife knows sometimes I don't catch fish.
Right, right.
That's just the way it is.
I can remember one
She's been
person
out
in
there, too.
particular that used to use that as an alibi and bring
for
home
God's sakes.
a whole fish in the cooler.
Shame on them.
I know, shame.
We've heard too many shark stories this week, right?
Yes,
Well,
we've
they
heard
haven't
quite
ended. Here's another one. A
uh,
Massachusetts couple,
Mm.
Harry and Carmel Long, were setting lobster pots from their 18-foot boat in the waters off Westport, Massachusetts the other day. Think about it, an 18-foot boat in the ocean with
Oh.
lobster pots on board. In the process, their boat was
Chum.
suddenly surrounded. A half dozen sharks circling them. One of those sharks, they estimated to be twice as long as their 18-foot boat. Okay, might be a little exaggeration there, I'll give you. But I'm sure those sharks look pretty big, whatever their sizes. Mr. Long said they were definitely 20 to 25 feet in length. Judging from the pictures that this couple captured, I saw the pictures, didn't see the whole shark, but you saw the big part of the shark, the one on the business end.
Mm-hmm.
He's probably right. They could have been easy anywhere from 18 feet or bigger,
Wow.
not 36 feet. Takes me back to when that infamous movie called Jaws made its debut on the screen. Happened in June of 1975, by the way. And yes, it was set in New England at a beach town there. Nothing bad came of the trip for the Longs. Believe it or not, Mr. Long would like to see that again. He wants to go back and see those sharks again. They were apparently not hunting humans, apparently preferring the shrimp in the area. Only bad thing, the couple did not bring home lobsters on that particular trip. There are some things that people probably, given that we had one shark attack here over the weekend in North Thompson, 14-year-old boy, he's from West Virginia, Blaine Brown, no kin, bitten by a shark in North Thompson on Sunday afternoon. He has now been discharged from the hospital. After the accident, beachgoers quickly covered his injured leg with towels and clothing. That probably kept him from bleeding to death because there were some horrendous things happening there.
Mm-hmm.
A professor at UNC emphasized the severity of shark bites, stating a shark can have lasting effects and greatly impact someone's day. Well, that's an understatement. The young teenager described the attack as traumatic and frightening. I think he probably could use your assistance there, Kelly. Shark attack, that much damage, 14 years of age, didn't like the ocean in the first place, but he went there.
Mm-hmm.
He won't be going
he-
Oh,
back.
I bet he'll
will he?
never go back.
No.
There are rock quarries up there in
Mhm.
West Virginia, I'm pretty sure. He said he's been fearful of the ocean even before this attack.
Mm-hmm.
Experts say stress that the sharks are always a potential danger. I've told you that. There are always sharks there.
Well, that's
Well,
their
it's their-
habitat. You
that's
can't
their-
blame the shark.
No,
That's right.
there
That's
are
their
sharks
home.
there. If I had some pictures of down at the Southport Inlet area. There's some shallows just inside, shoals just inside the inlet. I got pictures of set from the helicopter from HUD, dreaded days of helicopters. 7 sharks in the shallows. Now we're talking about 2 to 3 feet deep on those shoals. 7 sharks in one picture.
Wow.
They were not little tiny sharks.
No, they're not.
They were 4 or 5 footers, not
Mhm.
huge, 4 or 5 footers.
4 or 5 is big enough for me. I'm gonna tell you that right
Uh-huh.
now.
They advise beachgoers to stay vigilant if you observe baby fish at the surface or you see dolphins. It may signal larger predators like sharks nearby. Well, sharks don't like dolphins, the porpoises, but the porpoises show up when bait fish are there,
Right.
like schooling menhaden, like schooling Spanish mackerel this time of year, schooling bluefish. When they get out there in the surf, the sharks will come into 2 to 3 feet of water to get them. That's where a lot of the fish are. If you've ever stood on the beach and you watch those waves come in and you look through those waves and you can see fish in the rollers, they're schooling.
Yes.
There's your sign. Not a place to be.
Hmm.
You
Why
see a
don't you
big
get-
swirl behind them.
You may as well be out there in a chum line.
Mm.
So there's certain things you don't do. 11 shark bites along the U.S. coast in the past 6 months. Now, much of that last 6 months was cold weather, and I'm sure most of the shark bites were to the south. 69 unprovoked attacks globally in 2023. Yes, it's a rare thing here in North Carolina, but they do occur every year, or virtually every year. We've had one this year that we know of. Don't know. There was somebody reported something, but I think it turned out to be a big bluefish or whatever. It happens. Shark bites, they say, and encounters are most prevalent in wavy, turbulent beach areas. Less common in estuaries. Yeah, that's not where the fish are hanging out. Shark bites in North Carolina typically more frequent during the winter and early spring. Why in the winter, according to this UNC professor? Who's getting in the water in the winter other than surfers?
Agreed. Who would be?
Not
So
me.
surfers, maybe. Divers, they don't. I
Mhm.
don't even remember an attack on a diver. But they're looking for something that they normally eat, like seals. Surfers, swimmers on the surface, sharks are looking up. You are silhouetted.
Look like a sea
you look
lion,
like a
too.
sea or a sea lion, whatever. That's
Yeah.
what you look like. You
Oh,
look like
yeah.
something the shark wants to eat.
Yeah.
Very prevalent. Sharks are going to be. We've taken some guys, troops in the fishing club I was a member of. We would take troops fishing every year.
It's nice.
A lot of these young troops, they were Marines. We want to catch a shark. I mean, it was
Yeah,
man
no,
against
you don't.
beast, right? Marine against the
Mhm.
enemy. Let's go catch a shark. Okay. We find a shrimp boat. We get behind a shrimp boat, and as soon as he pulls in his net,
Mm-hmm.
we kind of wait
Oh, yeah.
because they drop over their bycatch, the other
Oh.
stuff, all the little tiny fish and all that sort of good stuff that are in
Yes,
those nets. They
yes.
drop them right behind the boat, and guess what's going to be there?
Mm.
Sharks.
Jaws.
And all you got to do is troll across their wake.
You've probably not done a lot of pier fishing in the
I
days.
used to,
You
and because my dad got seasick, and we used to fish the pier all the
Oh,
time
you,
as a
you
kid.
see how everybody scatters when somebody catches a shark and brings it up on the pier.
Yeah, my sister, she was so little at the time, she couldn't reach the top of the pier, so she went in between the pier and the next railing down.
Right.
That's where she was fishing. So she had to bite, and she was bringing it in. She had good fish, and then she got it up to the top, and it was a little baby shark, maybe 18
Yeah.
inches long, and she screamed and dropped the rod, but we grabbed it in time. So, anyway,
Oh gosh,
that's
that's cute.
yeah, that was that was a day I won't let her forget. A tropical system that we've already talked about. Your severe weather tip today. Again, centers around your plans should tropical weather move in our direction during the 2024 Atlantic hurricane season, of which we're in the beginning stages of, less than a month in it. As we have discussed, experts are predicting a more active year with an increased number of named storms developing. There's no way to predict how many, if any, of those storms will impact land masses, including coastal areas of the United States. As usual, your severe weather tips brought to you by John Stars Electric, your Generac generator dealer. The best way to deal with tropical systems begins now with a plan. Preparations take time to implement, and without a plan, should a storm come our way. Last minute running to the... No. First thing, determine what you will need to ride out the storm if you choose to stay put. In most cases, with proper planning and secure shelters, you'll be just fine. You'll need food that doesn't require much preparation if we lose electrical power. Non-perishable foods in your pantry can provide for your immediate needs. You'll want to consider any special needs for each member of your family. That includes water. The storms themselves are relatively short-lived, with strong winds and rain lasting a couple days or so, generally at best. Depending on the path of the storm and its forward motion, that could be a little longer. Sometimes they stall, like just off the coast for a day or so. You should consider comfort foods for yourself and your kids. For the little ones, you should also have things they can do to stay busy. You do not have television or the internet for information or to serve as a distraction like entertainment. Battery-powered radios to listen to area broadcast stations are good, but remember, a major and extended loss of power can affect those operations as well. A good NOAA weather radio with spare batteries is important before, during, and after the storm. All right, tomorrow we'll talk more about what you should do after the storm passes. Meanwhile, if you would like to avoid some of the hassles associated with hurricanes and power outages, why not take the opportunity now to power up your life with a John Stars generator? Standby units that can handle your basic needs up to units that can power your entire home or business are available. One thing you'll find out is that once the team gets your okay, they'll handle the entire project from permitting to dealing with the power company and working with your choice of propane dealers, making this a true turnkey and worry-free operation. What will make you happy is that you don't need to touch the generator when the power goes out. It starts automatically, and within seconds will resume, and within seconds you are again powered up, ready to roll. Get this, when the electrical service is restored, that generator will resume a standby mode. It shuts down, getting ready for the next outward. The most work you'll have to do is to reset any electric-powered clocks in your home. John Stars Electric, standing by for your call, 910-989-1908. We need to stand by here. Coming back, when we get back, we'll have a look at your local forecast.
This is Your Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Is your phone plan messing with your savings plan? Don't get stuck paying for things you don't want. With Verizon, you only pay for what you need. And for a limited time, when you bring your own phones to a Verizon store, you'll get an amazing price on your plan. Plus, you'll save on things you actually love, like the Netflix and Max with Ads bundle. And it's on our award-winning 5G network. Bring your phones to your Verizon store today for an incredible deal. A better plan to save is Verizon. Additional terms and conditions apply.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Anjali.
Hi, it's Jennifer Coolidge. I just got an alert for a strange charge on my card.
No problem. We make sure you're never held responsible for unauthorized purchases on your Discover card. Let's see. Did you purchase something from a t-shirt cannon store yesterday?
Absolutely. No, I already have like 3.
$0 fraud liability guarantee. It pays to Discover. Learn more at discover.com/credit card. Limitations apply.
A plan every adult family member should consider is the pre-arranged funeral. It's the worry-saving thing to do for your family. Making pre-arrangements helps to alleviate the additional stress on family members that can come with arranging a loved one's funeral. Jones Funeral Home's prepaid funeral plan helps remove confusion. They make a practical evaluation of costs possible, and it's the best way to take an unpleasant task off the shoulders of the family. Call Jones Funeral Home at 455-1281.
With locations in Jacksonville, Richland, Swansboro, and Holly Ridge. Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry, where we love to make you smile. Now proud to be working with Doctors Kim and Tommy Morgan, formerly Morgan Family Dentistry. The Jacksonville and Richlands Morgan offices of Lane & Associates Family Dentistry blends the latest technology with personal care and attention, so you have an amazing dental experience. The offices of Lane & Associates welcome all ages and accepts all major insurances, including military. Lane & Associates Family Dentistry has been serving the state of North Carolina for over 40 years, with 2 locations in Jacksonville, Richlands, and Maysville. Call for an appointment today at 877-LANE-DDS or online at lanedds.com. Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry.
When it comes to paint and paint supplies, whether a contractor or homeowner, since 1957, people have depended on Jacksonville's premier paint store, CNS Paint, for all their paint, painting supplies, and accessories, as well as providing expert knowledge in helping with a particular paint project. CNS Paint, with locations in Jacksonville at 6 Doris Avenue, 504 Cedar Point Boulevard, Cedar Point, and 105 Wayne Drive, Morehead City. CNS Paint is close and convenient to cover the Crystal Coast with quality PPG paint for any project, residential or commercial. Color is often the first impression of a home or community. PPG's team of designers, experienced in both new home construction and residential repaint, have compiled over 2,000 color schemes to provide you with a selection that appeals to homeowners. A beautiful and lasting paint job starts with quality PPG paint. For more information, phone 910-455-0210 or visit CNS Paint, 6 Doris Avenue, Jacksonville, 504 Cedar Point Boulevard, Cedar Point, or 105 Wayne Drive in Morehead City, or online, cspaintcenter.com. CNS Paint, Jacksonville's premier paint store since 1957.
Attention property owners, are you with bad tenants, under market rents, and late payments? At Fountain Management, we provide unrivaled levels of expertise and all the tools and services you need to make owning a rental property easy and profitable. Are you ready to talk about taking the management of your real estate investment to the next level? Well, contact us today. Fountain Management, 910-455-1609. We will make owning your rental property simple and rewarding.
It's live and local. Real talk on Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME.
Okay, a marine weather outlook brought to you by Community Prevention Services. Onslow County, unfortunately, ranks near the top on the list of counties here in North Carolina where residents give thoughts to taking their own lives. Looking at national statistics, young people who identify as gay, lesbian, or bisexual consider suicide more often than heterosexual individuals. Why is that, Kelly?
Well, I think a lot of times it's stigma, it's ridicule, it's harassment. Some of them, their own family won't accept them.
Yeah. Another disturbing stat. More people die from suicide than from traffic wrecks across the country each year.
Yeah.
There are more suicides than there are traffic fatalities in this country every year.
I've seen it
by several thousand.
It's been an increase lately in teenagers with suicidal ideations. In the past 3 weeks, it's been quite a bit, just at our office alone.
The causes of suicide are varied. Stress is listed time and again and again and again and again. Among veterans, domestic issues at home rank higher than for other groups.
Yep.
Wow.
Encountered that recently too.
Close to home, Onslow County ranks 3rd per capita in all of North Carolina for the number of people of all ages who have reported that they've considered taking their own lives.
Yes.
It's called, as we've talked about here, suicide ideation.
Yep.
From 2020 to 2023, we had 344 reported cases of suicide ideation across this country. That's 90 cases for each year of the 4-year reporting period. Those 90 cases per year, come on, I know you're going to bust them out on this one, are only the people who have acknowledged that they consider. There are many times that number who consider it, but never discuss it with anyone.
I've said it repeatedly.
A silent killer.
The numbers are wrong.
Well, they say these are the ones that are reported.
That's what I'm saying, yes.
You just no way to know.
It's skewed numbers.
If you or someone you know who confides in you is considering even remotely committing suicide, even if they just blow it off at a party, seek help. Do it now. In this area, you can reach out to Community Prevention Services. Call them. They're professionals. Set up an appointment. They're not going to go out and blab. They tell no one. 910-353-0972. They also accept most forms of insurance. Folks, for goodness sakes, there is help out there. Just ask for
Do
it.
you know the youngest age I've dealt with radiation? Take a guess.
I'm going to say about 7.
5.
Jesus. And they don't even know what they're thinking.
Sad.
Southwesterly winds offshore today, 5 to 10 knots, increasing to 10 to 15 this afternoon, 2 to 3 2-foot waves from the south every 3 seconds. Not big ones, but they're close together. It means it's going to be choppy. Sounds and rivers a light chop, increasing to a moderate chop in the afternoon. Tomorrow, southwesterly winds 10 to 15 knots, 3 to 4 footers. Sounds and rivers a moderate chop. Friday, calming down, easterly winds 5 to 10, seas 2 to 3, sounds and rivers a light chop.
Today, mostly sunny, a high of 95. It's going to be hot outside, folks, and with the heat index value as high as 103. So stay hydrated. Try not to do a lot of outdoor work in the middle of the day. Keep your pets in the best you can. Tonight, partly cloudy at low of 74 with 17-mile-an-hour gusts. Tomorrow, showers and thunderstorms likely. Now it says mainly after 4 p.m. with a high of 95 and a heat. Oh, my Lord.
Don't
The
even
heat
go there.
index value tomorrow as high as 110. Please don't plan to do anything outside tomorrow.
Clothing optional in here tomorrow.
And the gusts tomorrow as high as 15 miles an hour. And we're expecting, some rainfall amounts. So we need it, but please be careful. Tomorrow night, more of the same with a low of 71. And then on Friday, mostly sunny, a high of 92.
No,
Heat index value is 110 is
It's-
not good.
That's stifling.
That's dangerous. Please don't work outside
I can
tomorrow.
remember the days of delivering mail in that. Oh my gosh.
And for you, you folks out there, take care of your kitties. They do not understand how hot it can get, and I'm
Yes.
absolutely sure that our caller right now, Dr. Rosemary Stein, a pediatrician, she can tell us all about that. They don't know what they're doing, do they?
They sure don't, and they evaporate more of their fluids because they have a higher skin to body ratio. So
Oh, I hadn't thought about that.
it's better to, yeah. Well, their little heads are bigger than the rest of their body, and the head is on top of the body, so you don't even realize that you're losing fluids that way.
Wow.
But when you're a kid, you actually get dehydrated much faster. That's why more kids wind up in the ER than us regular adults for dehydration. They don't know that they need fluids until it's too late, and they just flop over and go, I can't do it anymore.
Oh,
And then they have heat exhaustion. So, in other words, these are good days to plan indoor activities, and there are plenty of places to do that.
Mhm.
So be the parent that thinks ahead and doesn't have to pay the price of not having thought and not having plans.
I got a great place for you if it's still open, and it's in Wilmington. It's not too far from here. There is an ice skating rink, or was, on Shipyard Boulevard, not very far from the state port. Is it still there?
Mhm.
Okay. There's an ice skating rink. That means there's ice out there. That means it's cold. Okay, y'all? Perfect location to go during the summertime.
And you keep active and all that good stuff. You
Yeah.
learn the skill that perhaps you didn't have that you can use some other time in your life. Those are good things and great memories for children.
For sure.
So I'm pretty sure it's going to be packed. So
I would hope so.
plan accordingly. Have a backup plan so that you can come back and try it again if they're too full to accept more people. But I think that's a great plan for if not today, another hot day this summer.
Now, in your neck of the woods, you don't have the ocean, but you do have a lot of swimming pools, and unfortunately, there are things called swimming holes, improvised swimming pools that kids generally find. Everybody used to do that. They had their own favorite swimming hole, and most of us survived all that sort of good stuff. But young kids today, they may not have learned to swim ever. And they should not be going to these places, right?
Well, the first thing is that I believe that all children should learn how to swim.
So do I.
So
Should be mandatory in schools.
It should be mandatory in homes too.
Mhm. Yeah, definitely.
Let's take a moment to make sure that this summer is the summer where you take care of that your child knows how to get from one side of the pool to the other several times, that he knows how to swim underwater, he knows how to swim on his back. kids should know how to swim. It's a very necessary skill because kids fall in the water. And,
Yeah, they do.
And we hear about tragedies all the time. The kids fell in the water and then they died. And the way to try to avoid that the best that you can is to give them those skills. But they don't learn it just to learn it. They panic because they don't know how to do it.
Mhm.
So if they know how to do it and it comes intuitively to them, then they're going. If they fall into the water, they're going to know how to swim.
Yeah.
So this summer, once again, is a great summer for us all to make sure that the children in our lives learn how to swim.
Now, the good old boys of yesteryear, the good old ladies, and especially the husbands of yesteryear, they would take the kids, believe it or not, my grandparents told me all about it. They would take them down to the creek, to the Intercoastal Waterway. It wasn't an Intercoastal Waterway then, but to a big body of water, wherever. And they would throw them in, and their words were swim or drown. How's that going to sit with you?
Well, that's not really a Dr. Rose approved method because I know you're around. So it was sort of a funny way to say that. You're around, so you're not going to let your kid drown. But, you know, believe it or not, some kids, when you did that, they did drown or they felt like they were drowning. They did actually feel like they were being abandoned. So, you know, there could be some emotional scarring from that. And I'm not trying to talk like one of these new kind of moms that goes around and says you can't hurt or leave any bad imprints on your children. But that wouldn't be my preferred method. I would prefer to just actually teach them how to swim. It's going to be, if you do it yourself, if you know how to swim and you swim well and you can give them those skills, it's going to be a little bit exhausting, a little bit annoying, and a lot rewarding to have your own child how to swim.
Well,
but I probably wouldn't just throw them in there. I'd try to show them. They're going to scream. They're going to yell. The swimming pool in the shallow section, to just put after you show him how to do it, to just go ahead because the kids do, I can't do it. If at that point you want to put them in there and say, okay, let me show you that you do know how to swim.
Yep.
Actually, about 70%, 80% of the kids will start to doggy paddle and will feel very, very happy with themselves at that point.
Yeah.
First, show them the skills before you throw them anywhere.
In my case with my kid, when I don't remember her age, but we were vacationing and we put these things, they called them water wings, around their upper arms, and therefore they could not sink. So that was okay. It was just a little inflatable, thing. It didn't just enough to keep them afloat. Not a big deal. But once they were comfortable in staying afloat, she learned to swim that way. And before that vacation was over, she was jumping from the side of the pool into the pool and swimming. So
That's right.
It can be done.
And 5 to 6 is that age where they should have learned to swim, because then it becomes it becomes natural to them.
Mm-hmm.
So that if your child hasn't learned to swim and they're already that age, I think that's a good time. After that, the brain sort of matures and they sort of have to acquire the skill. Not that they can't do it, but they acquire it. They're not going to be, they don't have the skill as naturally.
What surprises me is the number of adults in our community that do not know how to swim, that never learn to swim, and they have not a clue what they're doing. And those are the ones you never see in the water, and that's a good thing.
That is true. And, it's kind of funny, especially when we're a coastal state, to find so many people that don't know how to swim. But it does happen. But if you were one of those folks, don't let that happen to your children. And make sure that you register them at the Y or do something so that they have some swimming lessons, and maybe you can put them in a swim camp. That would be fun for
That would be one.
if it's not too late.
Now, we also coming up here in Onslow County in the near future, within a year or so, we're going to have a swimming pool, the first public swimming pool here. And it's going to be operated by the YMCA, and that's good. And as part of this whole project, help me out here, ladies. This is every second grader will be able to use that pool free, right?
They will be given swimming lessons.
And give them swimming lessons.
Yes.
Every second grader. It's not mandatory, I'm assuming, but Parents, it should be mandatory. You make it mandatory. That's what I would suggest.
Yeah, they're going to give them the opportunity to come to the YMCA, no charge, and learn how to swim.
Okay, we got 110 index in our neck of the woods, yours too, for the next day or so. It's hot. This is only June, so get prepared. Now we've got that. Just some quick words coming from a doctor for your kids. We can try to get it through to the adults' head, but let's get it through to the kids' heads, to the parents' heads of the kids. What do they need to do briefly?
Well, try to stay inside the most you can. Remember to have some electrolyte fluids if they do need to be outside. Warn them. You just need to talk to the children and have them understand, because children do not just naturally know these things. So you have to warn them. Okay, if we're going to go outside for very brief periods, I know it's not going to be the most comfortable thing, but we have to get from place A to place B, and the way to get there is to walk. So we're going to make sure that we all carry our own little water bottles, and that when we get there, we're going to take one big bottle of Gatorade or something like it, and we're going to share it so that you guys don't feel sick. So make sure that you remember that they do need that salt of potassium, because when you sweat, that's what you lose through your skin. And just, find things to do inside. Yeah. If your child does feel kind of swoony and says he's really hot and feels kind of dizzy, he might have gotten a little bit of a heat stroke, but something to start it. So make sure you completely slow down, let the kid rest. You can put some cool rags on your kid's body once you get inside.
Yeah.
And then assess your child. If he keeps on saying, I don't feel well, my head is hurting, I can't move, then he probably took it a little too far, and make sure that you call your doctor and see if it's appropriate to take him to the emergency room.
Yeah,
but don't be one of those parents that only does that when it's too late.
Heat exhaustion is kind of like the first stage or beginning first stages that the parents will be able to recognize, right?
You should be. I mean, your child is just going to feel like he feels really sick, has a headache, feels really hot. I feel hot on the inside is what most of the children will say.
Cool them down.
And I can't get back to feeling cool. Even inside, they can't bring that core temperature body down.
Rubbing alcohol, from my old days, you get way back when, if their forehead is hot, their body is burning up because it's so hot outside. Rubbing alcohol, just rub it on their bodies. That will cause the heat to be pulled away. Is that right, or is that an old wives' tale?
Well, it will do that. Unfortunately, the skin absorbs alcohol, so and also they actually will not feel as well just because of the absorption of the alcohol. It does bring the temperature down, but that would not be one of the methods that I would advise parents to do. If you put them in water, don't put them in. It actually makes them feel worse. But you could put them in slightly less than room temperature, so something around 70 degrees. Have them feel comfortable and swim around. That should bring, with just a few minutes, should bring the temperature down.
And when your kids are playing outside, perhaps they got the other neighborhood kids around you, and they're all playing in the backyard. Keep a water hose handy. It's okay to let them drink from a water hose. It's not a problem.
I get it. I grew up drinking from water hose.
I'm old, and I made it this far, drinking from a water hose. And it also, they can play a game, spray each other down.
That's right. That's a good idea. But remember to do it only in the late afternoons or earlier morning. Stay outside. Do not stay outside between 10 and 2 o'clock. Those are the most dangerous times. And on days like today, I would take it as far down to 3:30 or 4.
Probably, because it's going to be very hot today. Dr. Rosemary Stein, as always, thank you.
Thank you. Talk to you next week.
Yep, very topical. Okay, let's take a break here live in local Real Talk Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM WSME.
Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Hey y'all, 4th of July is right around the corner, so you'll need to stop by the Richlands Piggly Wiggly to get prepared. Get that Blackstone sizzling with some fresh ground beef, 10 pounds or more for $2.99 a pound, or some fresh fryer leg quarters for 69 cents a pound. These deals will make you squeal louder than those fireworks. And aw shucks, y'all, we have North Carolina grown fresh corn, 3 ears for 99 cents. It's corn, a big lump of knobs. It has juice. I know y'all seen that video. And nothing says 4th of July like some whole watermelons for $3.98 each. Now that deal is one in a million. Let freedom ring, y'all, and get 4th of July ready at the Richlands Piggly Wiggly.
Looking for a job? Full-time? Part-time? Il Cigno Italiano Restaurant wants you. We're currently hiring for hostesses, servers, bartenders, and dishwashers. Il Cigno Italiano is a family-owned, fast-paced restaurant that offers the best in fine dining on the Crystal Coast. If you're hardworking, reliable, professional, and have a desire to always strive for better, we want to talk to you. Make great money and be a part of an outstanding, dedicated team. Il Cigno Italiano on West Corbett Avenue in Swansboro.
Chico's Tires, 2320 Wilmington Highway, is Jacksonville's oldest tire company. And now Jacksonville's newest tire company is Little Chico's, located at 1670 Boulevard. Little Chico's carries all the major brands and all sizes, such as Michelin, Goodyear, B.F. Goodrich, Bridgestone, and many others, and all new tires have warranty. In addition to a great selection of new tires, Little Chico's has used tires starting at only $30. In addition to new and used tires, Little Chico's does brake service, minor auto and truck repair, and towing. So if you need tires, new or used, brake service, minor auto or truck repair, or if you need a tow, visit Jacksonville's newest tire store, Little Chico's, 1675 North Marine Boulevard. By phone 910-333-0473 for Little Chico's Tire Service, located at 1675 North Marine Boulevard, right here in Jacksonville. Flatwoods Outfitters, veteran-owned and operated, 111 Second Amendment Lane, just off Highway 24 between Swansboro and Jacksonville. And Hubert takes this time to ask you to join them in celebrating America's 248th birthday this Independence Day, July 4th. Serving Eastern North Carolina for over 40 years, Flatwoods Outfitters is Onslow County's oldest firearm dealer and is one of the most complete sporting and firearm facilities in Eastern North Carolina, right here in your backyard. Complete with a shooting range and instruction, Flatwoods Outfitters carries all major brand names of shotguns, long guns, pistols, and ammunition to bag your limit for whatever game is in season, from bear to dove. Flatwoods Outfitters also takes pride and helps Second Amendment rights and recommends that you take advantage of their outdoor shooting range to learn how to safely handle any firearm for personal safety or sporting. At Flatwoods Outfitters, you can sight in your scope and use your shooting or archery range. If you're interested in a concealed weapon permit, Flatwoods Outfitters can help with that also. So, whether you are a sportsman or concerned about personal safety, let your friendly and knowledgeable staff at Flatwoods Outfitters assist you. For range hours, call 910-353-7593. That's 910-353-7593. Veteran-owned and operated, Flatwoods Outfitters, 111 Second Amendment Lane, Hubert, where they aim to preserve our hunting heritage, wildlife, and constitution. Flatwoods Outfitters, where they aim to please.
Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning, your trusted local carrier indoor weather team. Serving all of your heating and air conditioning needs since 1967, now offers commercial financing and residential financing as low as 0%. With hurricane season here, be prepared with a Generac generator for your home or business. Humphrey Heating and Air has Generac generators in stock, ready to install today. Humphrey Heating and Air also does residential and commercial plumbing, air duct cleaning for better breathing, and services all brands of HVAC. Turn to the carrier experts, Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning. With locations in Jacksonville and Hempstead, visit online humphreyheating.com and follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning since 1967. Relax, we're on the way.
It's live and local. Real talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
I got a little confusing traffic information from you. And if you're out there right now, give us a call. We're going to have to take another break, but give us a call and let us know where this traffic mess is.
On the bypass.
It's on the bypass, but we don't know where. There are two different directions of travel on that bypass. One going towards the other way, one going towards this way. Now, y'all explain to me which way it is.
Yeah, it said a trailer came off a truck and slammed into an Oldsmobile, making it flip.
Okay.
But we got a mess going on here.
Where they got a mess on the bridge, but we don't know which lane, the eastbound or the westbound lanes it is.
It says on 17 Bypass Road, one of the lanes is closed. That's all.
Okay, so give us a call. If you're out there, give us a call and let us know what it is so we can pass it along.
Right.
You're live in local Real Talk, Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME.
Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Home Connections of Beulahville is connecting people with the American dream of home ownership. In addition to single wides, double wides, and modular homes, Home Connections offers custom building and land home packages throughout eastern North Carolina just for you. Whether it be a single wide, double wide, modular home, or custom built dream home, Home Connections will make it happen. Home Connections sincerely wants you to have the American dream, your own home. Home Connections features homes by Clayton with a variety of floor plans and amenities to choose from, and many finance options available. Home Connections can make owning your own home affordable and simple. 50% of new home buyers at Home Connections are through referrals, and references are gladly provided. For your convenience, Home Connections in Beulahville is now open from 9 to 6 Monday through Friday and 9 till 2 on Saturdays. Beautiful homes, friendly staff, and finance. All you need to do now is call Bobby or Reggie, 910-298-3387. That's 910-298-3387, or visit ourhomeconnections.com.
Home Connections, Highway 24, Beulahville, on your way to and from the beach. Mills International Incorporated, your local Cub Cadet dealer, is ready for summer. And you should be too, with the Cub Cadet Ultima Series. Come today and see how these zero-turn mowers have stepped up control with traditional lap to a familiar steering wheel experience. Four-wheel control provides precision, maneuverability, and stability on a variety of terrains, including hills up to 20 degrees. Adjustable automotive-inspired high back seat lets you comfortably cut at your maximum speed, while a heavy-duty mowing deck powers your yard for a premium cut. Combine steering wheel control with premium features of the Cub Cadet Ultima Series, and you get a zero-turn mower ready to unlock the possibilities of your lawn. Head to your local Cub Cadet dealer, Mills International Incorporated, at 801 South Queen Street, Kinston, for exceptional offers, expert advice, and a superior service.
Have you gotten your copy of Topsail Times newspaper this week? If not, did you know that Topsail Times is Topsail area's only local newspaper in print? Started a little over a year ago, we now have over 1,500 online subscribers and 5,000 printed copies that go out every 2 weeks. And we never charge our readers. Information should be free to our readers, and we stick by that. Looking for an idea for date night? Want to learn some local history? How about asking a veterinarian about your pet? These things and more are available in each copy of the Topsail Times newspaper. Want to get the word out about your business? We offer great rates for full-color ads, and the online paper version is always included for free. Need help designing the perfect ad? We can do that too. We're always looking for human interest stories, so start writing. And we love local photos too. Check out our website at topsailtimes.net, where you can find out where to pick up a copy or check out our latest publication online.
This just in, I think there's been a prison break, and reports are saying it's the Scorcher. Yes, the Scorcher has escaped and is running rampant across Comfortville. Apparently, he's targeting innocent air conditioning units. Yes, and wait a second. It seems that reports are flooding in of unfortunate citizens feeling uncomfortable, hot, and in extreme cases, I hesitate to say this on the air, people are even sweating. Wait a minute, we're now getting word there seems to be some sort of disturbance. Oh, Bryant Man is on the scene, and he has apprehended the Scorcher. Oh, for another tale of Bryant Man. Oh.
Call Down East Heating and Air Conditioning at 346-43. And let them keep you comfortable this summer. Down East Heating and Air, serving our community for over 25 years. Down East can also help you with your home guttering needs. Call Down East today, 346-4311.
Vacation season is here. That means fishing and fun. Make sure your car or truck is ready for the road with a visit to Battlefield Automotive, 1214 West Corbin Avenue in Swansboro. If your check engine light is on, you may be looking at an expensive repair bill down the road, complicated by extreme temperatures and an engine that's not prepared to handle it. The pros at Battlefield Automotive can check your battery, starter, and charging system, charge and repair air conditioning systems to keep you cool and tune up your engine. They do everything from oil changes to brakes, and they carry a complete line of accessories. Battlefield Automotive are experts in both domestic and foreign car and truck repair and guarantee all their work using only AS certified mechanics. So, whether it's a battery, a simple hose, tune-up, or just getting your ride ready for a getaway, call 910-325-0828. Visit Battlefield Automotive today, 1214 West Corliss Road in the friendly city by the sea in Swansboro. Again, for Battlefield Automotive, call 910-325-0828.
Freedom 97.1 WSME.
It's live and local real talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Okay. We're back. I'm glad these mics stay muted during the breaks. Okay, now bring you up to speed on the traffic. Speed, I didn't mean to say that. Bring you up to what's going on with the traffic. We don't know. The bypass bridge has got traffic backed up on one of the lanes, and it looks from the pictures that you ladies are finding,
Yeah.
it looks like it's the lane that's coming from the south, going north or east across the bridge.
I think so.
Coming towards like Moorhead, Camp Lejeune, US 17 North, Western, that direction. So if it's the traffic coming into the area, then that looks like it's backed up. And you got another report about Marine Boulevard South traffic, a lot of it. I don't know, maybe it's people getting off of the bypass because they can't get onto the bypass bridge and taking the business section of US 17 through Jacksonville, and they're jamming up traffic there. If that's the case, then y'all are on your own.
And then you have something going on Gum Branch Road going towards Richlands.
That's construction there.
No, there's something else that has just.
Oh,
been
that's right. Oh,
posted.
yeah.
But
yeah.
we don't know
There's
the
something
facts.
that's involving perhaps criminal activity.
Yeah, or-
We don't know.
Yeah.
Something involving law enforcement that's not traffic related, but
Lot of law enforcement.
but causing traffic problems.
Right.
Okay, got it. Now
Phew.
that's not all.
What?
We're going to go hunting bear now.
Oh yeah, the bear.
Somebody hit a bear.
Somebody hit a bear.
On 17 near Folkestone.
Yep.
Kelly's heading that way.
Yep.
So you're going to be hunting bear.
I don't, apparently. Not by choice.
Well, you know,
Trying to get Jack to the vet.
hunting bear. Does that mean you're hunting naked?
Oh, my Lord.
What?
I can't.
I know. Y'all
I
just don't
can't.
understand his mind.
Well, y'all
So-
said it.
Look,
So-
there's so much confusion this morning with traffic
Look, it's
accidents
just-
and
it's
roads backed
Wednesday.
up and
What's
bears
happening?
and
Yeah.
bodies.
The moon's
and
not full,
good
is it?
Lord. Do what?
The moon's not full.
No, it was this
Did
weekend.
you
huh?
see it this weekend?
Yeah, it was-
Beautiful.
You mean top of the bloody part when it came
I
up
love
over the
the moon.
horizon?
Oh, it was
all right.
gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous.
All right.
Anyway, okay.
Yeah,
Phew,
yeah, wow,
all
wow,
right.
wow. All right, we think we got that straight. If any of y'all are stuck in any of this traffic and do have a
Good
real
luck.
report, yeah, good luck first. But give us a call and tell us what it looks like and what's going on. Give us some facts here, Jack. How's that? We need
Well-
the facts, Jack.
Something that I know for real is the Onslow County Sheriff's Office put out an alert yesterday, a bolo on the whereabouts of a man that's missing, David Williams. So if any of
I
you
saw
know
that.
David Williams, it's posted on our Facebook page. He is, it's hard to read their stuff.
It's-
45 years of age,
Yeah.
white male.
It's unusual to put out a missing person report on somebody
Yes.
that age.
And it's on our page, and you also can go to the Onslow County Sheriff's Office page too and view the missing persons flyers. So,
Real quick, like here, we got to take a break, do a little Fox News, but two NASA astronauts.
Oh, Lord.
This is a shame, and this is a potential. It's not even funny. It's scary.
Yeah.
And who's scarier? Who's more scared? These two astronauts.
I would be.
They're stuck on Boeing's Starliner spacecraft, have an approximate return by date of July 20th. That's when that Starliner has got to be cut loose from the International Space Station. That's 45 days after its June 5th liftoff, and they were only supposed to be there a week. One
yeah.
week.
Yeah.
Astronauts I hope they didn't have any appointments back in the world.
I'm telling you,
on
over a
Earth.
family got issues or.
Astronaut Suni Williams and Butch Wilmore's original stay was scheduled for just 1 week. A series, a bunch of them, including recent helium leaks and thruster problems, pushed their homecoming back multiple times.
Look, that thing was delayed like 3 times. After
With issues.
the second delay, I would have been like, I'm not doing it. I would have said, find another astronaut. I'm not doing this. Why they didn't, I'll never know. I would have. Probably after the first, but definitely after the second one.
Boeing told Newsweek yesterday afternoon that a majority of the helium leaks and thruster problems have been stabilized and are not a concern for Starliner safe return.
Well, I disagree with that.
Let me read you that sentence again.
Yes.
I'm going to hit you on the key lines. Boeing says that a majority of the helium leaks and thruster problems have been stabilized.
Now, they didn't say fixed, Rayford.
Stabilized. And are not a concern. They didn't say anything about ones that have not been fixed.
Well,
you got to read what they
but
said.
Understand, one of the times, and like I said, that they scrapped their takeoff was because of helium leak, because the thing could blow up. Now, stabilize and fix are two different words.
Uh-huh.
And I'm not concerned. If I were an astronaut, I'd be concerned. I'm telling you, I would have a straight panic attack. And oh man, this
I wouldn't have gone on it.
I wouldn't have either. I don't like space.
The current new target return date is the 6th of July.
Mm-hmm.
Look,
they've got until the 20th of July because they're going. I guess what do they do? Is just unhook it?
Well,
you might as well just send another one up
somebody
there.
else. Yes, send some. I'd be like, send SpaceX up here to get me. Like seriously, I know that's a rival, but Boeing is sucking out on this right here now.
Here's what I do. I'd call Uber. You're live and local Real Talk on Freedom 97.1, 1120 a.m. WSME.
WSME, Camp Lejeune, W246CJ, Jacksonville.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. Progressive New York House Democrat Jamal Bowman loses his primary to George Latimer, a centrist county executive backed by pro-Israel groups.
Colorado Republican Congresswoman Lauren Boebert survived the challenge, and Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez of New York won her primary as well. In Utah, U.S. Representative John Curtis defeated a Trump-backed challenger for Mitt Romney's open Senate seat. Ted Lindner, Fox News.
Supreme Court issues opinions today, tomorrow, and Friday, including whether former President Trump is immune from federal prosecution over efforts to overturn the 2020 election.
Justices are also weighing a federal obstruction charge that hundreds of January 6th defendants are facing. The court is also expected to rule on a challenge to Idaho's strict abortion law and how far cities and states can go in prohibiting the homeless from sleeping in public spaces.
Fox's Jared Halpern in Washington. America's listening to Fox News.
Freedom 97.1
WSME.
It's live and local. Real Talk.
All right, here's the latest. On the stuff on the bypass bridge, the traffic that isn't moving was moving east towards Camp Johnson.
Yes.
How's that? We got that one solved, right?
Towards the base,
Yep.
main base.
So anyway, we know that we know about that one. Don't know anything about the others. You said something about the bear had been dragged off the road
To the ditch.
So we got a bear in the ditch. and
We
that's-
barely know anything right now.
and
But
it's not a smoky bear. It's one of those other bears that's been in the ditch. Okay.
And the whole thing with the wreck on the bypass heading towards the base is that the traffic was backed all the way up to where that big intersection with 258,
Where the Walgreens
24, where the Walgreens
Yeah.
is, up towards the old Yop Road Walmart. It's backed up all the way there. But it's
So if that's the case, it's also Highway 17 coming from the south. They can't get on to the bypass bridge itself.
Correct.
So they're
Correct.
stuck there. And that's the reason so many of them apparently are taking
We've
the
got to straighten it.
business route.
Yes.
Good luck.
But all this occurred over an hour ago, and they're saying now that the traffic's starting to flow.
Good. That's where the food truck should have been set up for all the people. Just
The
run up and
coffee
down,
truck. I would
run
need
up
the
and down
coffee
the
truck.
row of traffic that's not moving.
Heck yeah. It's a way to get some money right there.
But I
Okay.
have to tell you, when I'm traveling and I get behind somebody that's hauling something,
I don't get behind.
it
somebody
makes me
hauling
nervous. I have
something.
to go around
Yeah.
or either slow down enough to let other cars go.
I
around
watched
it.
Final Destination enough times to know you don't get behind something,
especially a log truck.
Yeah. Oh no, saw one yesterday.
Or a
tearing up
pig
traffic on
truck.
17.
Don't get behind a pig truck.
Oh no.
I got behind one going to Warsaw, and let me tell you, I had to stop at a car wash.
Why?
Because my vehicle was just so splattered with pig urine.
Oh, come on.
It was bad. You could.
Marty used to drive one of those trucks. I never heard anything about that. Marty, you out there?
Well, he's driving and he's not behind it.
I'm sure he would have heard about it, though. Let's say the 8 o'clock advisory. Let me see if I can find something on that. from those two little systems we got out there. If I can find the National Hurricane Center again, there we go. All right, the one that's out in the Caribbean, it's moving fairly fast, and it's in the central part of the Caribbean now.
What? You said,
What's
ooh,
happening?
What? What happened? Did it grow?
It hadn't grown yet because my flight's not for 2 more weeks. It's
It's,
going to do it when I'm in Chicago and trying to get back to Jacksonville. That's when that's going to hit.
It's moving, they say,
return.
towards the west or westerly.
Wait.
However, this has moved a bit north.
Yes, it has, Rayford. Look at that little X.
That looks like it's sort of a significant
You can see
turn
it
to
over
me.
there too.
It
That
was
one.
right here
Yeah.
at 4 o'clock or 2 o'clock this morning. 2 o'clock this morning. Now it's moving northwesterly now.
It's
If
going-
that's the case, if that is accurate, it's moving towards the northwest. That's not a good turn.
No, it's not.
Okay. Anyway, back to we don't know.
like the
That's not
traffic being
threatening
backed
anything
up.
right now. It's in the middle of the Caribbean. Unless you're out there fishing, you're good to go. And we'll pay close attention to it. It's only got a 20% chance of forming into anything significant over the next week. 10% over the next 48 hours. So whatever it's going to do, and it's got a lot of land to deal with out there. So it depends upon where it goes. It's either got Central America, the Yucatan Peninsula, Mexico, Cuba, or the Dominican Republic. Looks like he's past the Dominican Republic. Okay, it says spam risk. This ought to be fun.
Oh, I like these.
Good morning. Who's this?
Good morning. How are you this morning?
Good morning.
We're fine. How are you?
I'm great. My name is Val, and I am with Spectrum Business on a recorded line. I was calling because we've done a lot of work in the area and a little bit more about the business.
Okay, our businesses as part of what we're doing right now is, by the way, you're on the air on
You're on the radio.
WSME.
Hey, everyone.
This is live and local real talk, and we do a talk radio show every morning, and we're actually using your telephone lines and to get the calls in here.
Mhm.
And this is not an ad for Spectrum. Then we also use your internet voice over IP to get the signal back to our transmitters. So
Well, good
double
morning.
duty. Do I get a discount now?
That's great. Yes, you do.
I'm gonna send you a bill for
Thank you guys
1,000.
for having me on the air. It's
Heck
great.
yeah.
I'm gonna send you a bill for
Talking
$1,000 for a commercial. How's that sound?
Oh, there you go.
Uh-oh.
Just give me a-
Talk to my boss about that.
Yeah, just tell them you can credit us $1,000. How's that
What
sound?
was your name again?
My name is Val.
Val. Well, it's
Wow.
been a pleasure,
Awesome.
Val.
Heck yeah, Val. You have a
We
great
like
day.
surprise
Yeah.
phone calls.
Didn't expect to get this one this morning, did you?
It's great.
All
Well,
right.
look, guys, you guys get back to your show. I'm glad to know that everything's working well for you. We just wanted to check and make sure everything was working well. Thank you so much for your business. And good morning, everyone. You
Call-
don't have
Everybody
a
will
good
be
day,
happy.
but make
Call
it a great
anytime,
day.
Val.
Yeah,
Thanks,
you.
Val. I like that.
Yeah, she's great. She'd be
Yeah,
good on the
She-
air.
yeah.
Most people just
Yeah.
hang up real
She
quick.
had
they
a
do.
great attitude about
Yeah,
it. So.
I like her.
Yeah, I
I've
do
got to
too.
call Spectrum. I'm going to ask for her when I call today.
I think she won't be over there, but
No, I'm us. I don't want to talk to nobody but now.
There
Yeah,
you
they
go.
were supposed to send me a new internet box a week ago. Where's it at?
Did they
I'm
send it?
paying for it.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
I don't even want to tell you about my experience with going to Spectrum last week.
Oh,
It was not good. The local.
first thing you do is call them in advance, okay? You can do it online and make an appointment for a specific time. They'll tell you if it's booked up. But that's the easiest way to do it, because when you walk through the door, do you have an appointment? I do.
Okay,
And
let
you're
me
good to go.
just say one thing in my
You
defense.
can't just walk in that door, trust me, because everybody else does the same thing.
I had already taken care of everything online. I mean, on the phone with their Spectrum. They said, all you have to do is walk in, hand the box to a person, and all they have to do is scan it and you're out the door. Well, my experience took me over 45 minutes.
No.
And
Make
it
an
was
appointment.
all I could do not to show my
Backside.
rear end, so to say. My tongue was sore from biting it.
Mm.
And, I really tried hard to be an adult and it's still messed up. So anyway,
Next time, just don't be an adult. That's the best thing. Just don't be an adult.
well, another issue was
we're going to be just like Bill.
I was still wearing the radio shirt.
Oh, that's even better.
So no, I just had to be very polite and a good representative of WSME and not show myself. But when I go back in, I won't be wearing it.
That causes stress, and then you'd have to go see
I
Kelly.
was stressed.
That's
I
what
was
I mean. That
stressed.
causes stress. Things like that. Hey,
I
Bill.
came home and painted the house.
Hey, Bill, how are you?
Yes, good. Yeah, good morning. I was listening to yourself and Dr. Rose talk about like heat injuries in the summer with children, and that that's very critical. And always, I guess, to have some ice water and have them drink cold water to cool that inner body core temperature.
Be careful about drinking really cold anything while you're overheated.
Yeah, you'll probably throw it up, but again, it's just force cooler water in.
I was thinking more stomach cramps.
Tap water is fine to begin with until you start to cool down. You can have all the ice water you want.
Yeah, and then
A shock will be
just
bad
have
for
them
you.
Keep drinking water throughout the day is the biggest thing, so you don't dry out. And then isopropyl alcohol too. There's usually two things on the back of it that always for rubbing alcohol that they says a good refreshing baths and all that. But on the first thing it says it's poisonous. So, and then if you put it in baths and stuff too, it evaporates faster in warm water, and you're breathing it in, and it does cause bleeding in your lungs. So, small bleeding and stuff in your lungs, and it's something you really shouldn't use. Again, they say it's a refreshing thing and all that.
I wouldn't put it in a bathtub. No, absolutely not.
Yeah,
It doesn't.
it
First of all,
usually on it to have a refreshing bath.
So, well, first of
So
all,
it's
it does not mix with water. Alcohol does not mix with water. You cannot mix the two together. You can try it.
It
but
usually does, though. Like
it will not.
bathroom water.
You can put it in there, but it's not going to.
Isopropyl in water, it does, but it evaporates quick. It works its way to the surface. It evaporates out.
Therefore, it's not mixed.
In warm water. Yep. But, yeah, it's not good, though. It's something I'll see why they put it on, And it's like even baby oils, for skin, etc., that is poisonous mineral oil that you're putting on your child. And there's plenty of new products out from the in North Carolina from the Cooperative Extension Service that are non-poisonous vegetable oils that you use for kids.
Okay.
Instead of that, to prevent diaper rash and stuff. So it's stuff that you wonder after years of using it why they don't relook at some of that stuff, some of the products, and say, there's safe alternatives to this. So,
okay.
But anyway,
All right, stay safe.
Keep them damp and drinking, during the summer.
There you go.
Anyway, have a good day.
Thank you. You too.
You too.
Okay, let's go to disturbance number 2 before we got interrupted there a couple of times ago. I like the call from Spectrum. Val can call back anytime. That was fun.
That was.
Anyway, 8 o'clock this morning, disturbance number 2, which is off the coast of Africa, southwest right now of the Cape Verde Islands, and it's moving in a westerly course, 0% chance of formation over the next 2 days, and they're saying about a 30% chance over the next week. This is the area, of course, where we are generally concerned about anything. And I'm not talking about we here in North Carolina. I'm talking about the entire coastal United States from Florida northward. This is an area where something can form up and it's got plenty of wide open ocean out there. And as we all have heard, the ocean is extremely warm these days, much warmer than normal this time of year. So it's a breeding ground.
I'm due to fly back July 18th. That's around the time it will strand me at some airport. Bet.
Well, just go,
We'll have to do like last year.
Go to
Rent
the
a car.
clubs. No, just go to the clubs at the airport. They'll put you up, not a problem.
So that's when it's going to hit, folks. We're going to be good till then.
Talking with a gentleman yesterday who he's moving and he's been staying in an area just across the border from Florida, in another state, Alabama.
Okay.
It's on Central Time Zone.
Yeah.
He went to the airport. So it looked like he had plenty of time to get on his airplane for the particular time that it said on his watch. Well, guess what? That plane took off because it was at Easter. It was on Eastern time, and he was hanging at Central Time, so he missed his flight by an hour.
No way.
Then he had to stay in the airport, in an airport facility there, whichever airport it was. I didn't ask, but they put him up in the airport facility. It cost him $100. I forgot how many dollars for no bathroom, just a cot.
No.
Until yesterday morning.
Mm-mm.
Huh.
Mm-mm.
Uh-huh.
I believe it.
Whoops.
He needs a new watch because most watch nowadays automatically change the time for
Well,
you. no matter
sometimes
where you're
that will be true. And also, though, maybe he just don't have the airline app, because I do have the airline app. They'll send you notices with planes boarding.
You gotta
get
you gotta have it on your
well,
cell phone,
Rayford,
right?
you need to get with the times. Yeah.
I am with the time right there. It says the time, 8:16. 8:16 and 6 seconds.
Well, that went to the wayside, Kelly.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay, we're just looking at both of these systems, and we
Yes.
will over the next few days or week, or until Kelly gets home.
We're good for now. I'm telling you, it's gonna
When are you
hamper my.
leaving?
I leave the 14th and we come back the 18th.
Yeah, I need to write
Maybe.
this down.
It
July
you may be
14th.
on another spaceship cruise.
We'll start this. Yeah. I
Maybe
mean,
you'll get home about the same time they did get home.
some of the office girls are already threatening if we have any trouble on this one this time, they refuse to go on any more work trips
With
because they
you.
said, well, it's all of us.
Is that-
Every time we all go as a group.
As a group, but it's all because you're going, right?
No, I don't think
Well,
so.
you need to narrow it down to find out who it is that's jinxing
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
That will be the first thing you
One
need
of
to
them,
consider.
4 of us were on one plane and one took a line.
Oh, that ought to tell you something right there.
Yeah.
Okay. Whatever. A man from another state's been sentenced to over 30 years in federal prison here in North Carolina for trying to get child porn from a Beaufort County teenager more than 2 years ago.
Oh, my.
Solicited porn. The Beaufort County Sheriff's Office says it received a report about a sex offense involving a 15-year-old girl. January of 2022, the Sheriff's Office says Jason Bernard of Springfield, Missouri, contacted the teen via Instagram and asked for acts of child pornography. Deputies were able to identify the 52-year-old as a suspect and requested help from the Homeland Security. Building upon the Sheriff's Office investigation, federal investigators charged Bernard with sexual exploitation of a minor, coercion, enticement of a minor, and receipt, distribution of child pornography. So did
He got 30 years?
So did she get it? I mean, did she send it to him?
Did it say receipt of?
And receipt, distribution of child pornography.
Then I would say
don't know whether it
yes.
came from her or somebody
Yeah.
else. Okay, but
Yeah.
we're not going to go there. According to the U.S., because somebody had to
Yeah.
rat them out, right?
Yeah.
Rat him out, right? I'm assuming
Unless
it
he
was him.
gave it to somebody else and would you? Yeah,
Whoever.
true. Yeah.
According to the U.S. Attorney's Office in the Western District of Missouri, Bernard pleaded guilty to all counts. Back last year, he's now been sentenced to 30 years and 5 months in federal prison without parole, as well as a lifetime of supervised release after his incarceration. He's also been ordered to pay $171,000 in restitution. That's going to be for the investigation.
How are you going to pay that if you're in prison?
Well,
I'm
just
just
tell,
curious.
Just tell him to take it out of my pay.
Yeah, his $1 a day.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Now,
Well, that's what he gets. I bet he wishes he hadn't have done that.
I'm still trying to figure this whole thing out yet.
Mhm.
How did it come to light?
It's a good question. Maybe
the sheriff's office got it.
maybe a parent found it. And that's why I always tell people check your kids' phones.
They don't have any privacy.
Oh, because let me tell you.
They don't have privacy.
Well, let me relay this story real quick because it's cute. It's my daughter don't think it's cute, but my grandson's 10 now. He's neurodivergent, but he does YouTube Kids. I mean, she monitors his stuff, right?
Mhm.
He informed her 2 days ago that he was 10 years old now, and she wasn't gonna make him take his medicine no more because he has 10 and he has right. He is 10 and he has rights.
And he found this on YouTube.
She says, I have started checking his history, see what he's looking at on YouTube that gives him these ideas in his head. Yeah.
Has she found it?
Yes.
She found somebody who
That
said
what they
that they
talk
had.
about, they made comments. I'm 10. You 10. You when you get 10, you don't have
Oh,
to.
somebody else on YouTube.
Yeah, someone
made that
else.
comment.
Like they made like a little video. So when you're 10, you
Do-
don't have to take medicine your parents give you.
Do not buy the stories from you get from other kids
Yes.
or other people. If you're an adult, they're trying to
Hello.
lead you down the primrose
Yes.
path, and it sucks.
And this is why parents. She said, and this is why I check his stuff. Oh,
When
this
we come
kid.
back, I want you to tell
He's
me about.
amazing.
Have you had any inmates to get out of prison who have been there for a period of time?
What do you mean, like lawfully or escape?
No. When they're released from prison.
Yes, I've worked with a few. Yes,
I just like to know what's going on in their heads. How much stress does that cause?
some and for some of them, it is depending on how long they've been in there.
Mhm.
It's difficult to transition back because seriously, in prison you lead a very structured lifestyle.
Oh,
Believe it or
yeah.
not, it's a lot of structure,
Oh.
and some of them have difficulty when they come back because as humans in society, we don't have structure.
It's kind of like getting out of the military, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a lot like I deal with those individuals too.
They don't know what to do next,
So transition's hard.
especially the younger that you're in.
Yeah.
I would imagine.
Or the ones that are medically retired
Uh-huh.
that don't want to be medically retired.
Oh.
I've dealt with a few of those too, and they were basically, as they put it, forced out due to medical reasons. I mean, they
Sure.
couldn't stay in,
I understand.
but not in their mind they could.
You're live and local, Real Talk, Freedom 97.1, 1120 a.m., WSME.
This is your Freedom 97.1 WSME.
If you plan to rebuild, remodel, repair, or do cottage or home improvements, Williams Hardware, 3011B Bridges Street, Morris City, should be your first stop. Williams Hardware carries power tools and equipment, chains and fasteners, plumbing and electrical supplies, along with Gerber, Buck, and Case knives. Williams Hardware is your helpful, handy hardware store. Williams Hardware cuts glass to size and cuts and threads pipe. When the chores are done and the cleanup is finished, light up that Wilmington grill from Williams Hardware. Williams Hardware, 3011B Bridges Street, Morris City. Open Monday through Saturday from 7:30 till 6 p.m. and Sundays for your convenience, noon till 5. Phone Williams Hardware, 252-726-7158.
Mohawk All Pet Protection and Warranty is the only cover protection and warranty for all pets, all accidents, all the time. Because your pets are family members too. No matter how you live, we've got you covered. Soft, luxurious, smart strand forever clean carpet. Gorgeous, durable, Solitech luxury vinyl tile. Mohawk has the ultimate floor for every room in your home that's suitable for all pets. For details, contact Watkins Floor Covering online at WatkinsNewFloor.com. Watkins Floor Covering, thanking you for voting them the best of the best for 2023 in the flooring covering and carpet cleaning category. Watkins Floor Covering, they're more than just floors. It's custom showers, custom tubs, carpet cleaning, backsplashes, bathrooms, commercial, retail, and home flooring too. Watkins Floor Covering, family owned and operated since 1997 with locations in Jacksonville and Surf City. Watkins Floor Covering, you stand on it, we stand behind it.
Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, Power Washing, and Roofing specializes in residential and commercial interior and exterior painting. In fact, they paint most anything except cars, including homes, businesses, apartment complexes, decks, and they do minor repairs, wood repairs, pressure washing, waterproofing, and more, including storm repair and cleanup. Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, Power Washing, and Roofing, fully licensed, insured, and locally owned and operated by Roger Carroll Jr. References available and customer satisfaction is always guaranteed. So if you want it painted, maintained, power washed, or need a new roof, call Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, and Power Washing at 910-939-0749 or visit southerntouchpaintingnc.com. Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, Power Washing, and Roofing salutes our troops and is proud to be part of the continued growth of Onslow and surrounding counties. When you need comforting, who do you call? An old friend, right? Jacksonville Heating Contractors services the heating and cooling needs of our area with dependable quality train systems, guaranteeing indoor comfort for your home or business. In addition to quality train systems, Jacksonville Heating Contractors offers 24-hour emergency service, NATE certified technicians, and over 50 years of experience and service you can trust. And with a Jacksonville Heating Contractor service agreement, you never pay retail for heating or cooling services and receive priority scheduling. Remember, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. And in New Bern, you can Trent Heating and Air Conditioning, 252-633-2200. In Morehead City, Sea Air Heating and Cooling, 252-247-1122. If you need service or repairs, just call an old friend. Jacksonville Heating Contractors, an independent Trane dealer. It's hard to stop a Trane. For deals on Trane systems and more, visit anoldfriend.com or call 910-347-2843.
Chico's Tires, 2320 Wilmington Highway is Jacksonville's oldest tire company, and now Jacksonville's newest tire company is Little Chico's, located at 1675 North Marine Boulevard. Little Chico's carries all the major brands and all sizes, such as Michelin, Goodyear, BF Goodrich, Bridgestone, and many others, and all new tires have warranty. In addition to a great selection of new tires, Little Chico's has used tires starting at only $30. In addition to new and used tires, Little Chico's does brake service, minor auto and truck repair, and towing. So if you need tires, new or used, brake service, minor auto or truck repair, or if you need a tow, visit Jacksonville's newest tire store, Little Chico's, 1675 North Marine Boulevard. By phone, 910-333-0473 for Little Chico's Tire Service, located at 1675 North Marine Boulevard, right here in Jacksonville.
It's live and local real talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
These girls don't get into a whole lot of trouble. The Marine Outlook brought to you by Community Prevention Services of Jacksonville. Onslow County, unfortunately, we're at the top of the list of suicides here in North Carolina. Residents who have given thoughts to taking their own lives. I've looked over the national statistics. Young people who identify as gay, lesbian, or bisexual consider suicide more often than heterosexual individuals. Another disturbing stat: more people die from suicide than from traffic wrecks across the country every year. There are 40,000 fatalities. 40,000 on the average every year.
Yeah.
There's like 42,000 suicides every year.
Yeah.
The causes of suicides are varied. Stress is listed time and again. We're going to talk about that in just a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Among veterans, domestic issues rank really high, much higher than for other groups of people. Close to home, Onslow County is number 3rd per capita in all of North Carolina for the number of people who of all ages who have reported that they've considered taking their own lives. That's called suicide ideation.
Yep.
From 2020 to 2023, we had 344 reports of suicide ideation across this county. That's the people who report it. Okay, other people who don't report it, we don't know about.
Correct.
Kelly, I guarantee you, she'll tell you that there's a whole lot more than that.
There's a whole lot more. Absolutely. Sad. Very sad.
If you or someone you know who has confided in you, perhaps, if they're considering or you're considering even remotely committing suicide, seek help. Seek it now. Don't wait. In this area, you can reach out. We are lucky. You can reach out to Community Prevention Services. Call them, set up an appointment. Everything you do and everything you tell them is strictly confidential. 910-353-0972. 910-353-0972. They accept most forms of insurance too. Mm-hmm. There is help out there. All you've got to do is ask for it. They will be there. They'll be there for you. Southwesterly winds offshore today, 5 to 10 knots, increasing to 10 to 15 this afternoon. 2 to 3 footers this morning. 2-foot waves from the south every 3 seconds. That's not very big. Under normal conditions, that would be great. But they're coming together every 3 seconds. That's kind of choppy. Sounds and rivers, a light chop, increasing to a moderate chop in the afternoon. Tomorrow, southwesterly winds 10 to 15, seas 3 to 4, sounds and rivers, a moderate chop. Friday, pretty much the same thing. The winds coming down a little bit, switching around to the east, 5 to 10, 2 to 3 footers, sounds and rivers, a light chop.
Today, mostly sunny, high of 95 with a heat index value as high as 103. Please be safe outside. Tonight, partly cloudy, low of 74. And tonight will be gusty with 17-mile-an-hour gusts. Tomorrow, showers and thunderstorms are very likely, mainly after 4 p.m. So otherwise, it'll be partly sunny, a high of 95. And tomorrow's heat index value is as high as 110. So do not plan to work in your yard tomorrow. And bring your pets in.
No.
Tomorrow night, cloudy and 71.
Not growing much anyway,
no,
so
it's not doing anything. Yeah, it's looking rough. So Friday looks fairly decent now. We'll see.
Yeah.
Things change.
Attorneys for former President Trump argued that the search of his Mar-a-Lago property in August of 2022 was without probable cause and was a violation of the presumptive Republican presidential nominee's constitutional rights. Federal prosecutors blasted the defense as a conspiracy theory. A bunch of malarkey, they said. Trump attorneys and federal prosecutors appeared in U.S. District Court for the Southern District of Florida yesterday before Judge Eileen Cannon. The hearing Tuesday focused on the legality of federal agents raiding Trump's Mar-a-Lago property. Trump attorney Emil Bove argued that the search was impermissibly large, arguing that the Mar-a-Lago property is 58 bedrooms, 33 bathrooms, and that the federal government needed to establish probable cause for a search of the property in its entirety. That's a big area to be just wantonly searching. Yes,
Right.
I agree with the prosecution. Those papers could be hidden anywhere, including in Melania's bedroom, including in the gym, including in the son Barron's room. Yes, I agree they could be hidden there. In getting a search warrant, you need a degree of probable cause presented to a magistrate, federal magistrate or a local magistrate. You need to present them with something. I know that this property this stuff I'm looking for is at this location or this location. That's when you go in and search that specific location. Once you find something, then you can apply for an extended warrant and continue searching. 58 bedrooms and 33 bathrooms. That's kind of like, seriously, you go to drug agents, you go over there and say, I've got a search warrant for the Acme Delco Hotel, 180 rooms. Do you think you're going to be able to search all 180 rooms? No way. You've got to be more specific than that. This one is going to have a problem. This one can present a problem. If not currently in this court, it will present a problem at the Supreme Court level. That's all I'm saying. They found the papers, and they should have at that point in time said, okay, let's go ahead and get the warrants and search the whole place. Search where you know that it's supposed to have been. Knowing that he may have moved it, you can get one for a broader search of all of his area that he's controlling immediately, like his office and yada, yada, yada. Storage areas, yes, fair game. But every bedroom in that house, no, that's just wrong. The judge said, you can agree, though, paperwork is a thing you could find anywhere. That's what she said. I agree with that. You could find it. You could find it anywhere. You could find anywhere. You could find it buried in the backyard. You're going to go dig up the backyard? Because it will say, that warrant will say, and the curtilage. That means everything surrounding it, all buildings and everything else.
Right.
But you just to go through 58 bedrooms and 33 bathrooms, whatever. That's just like not really the way things are generally done.
Oh, yeah, they were showing pictures on the news last night of these are alleged correct pictures, how you would say whatever. It's supposed to be for real, of boxes that had fallen over, papers all over floors, and saying that's the way they found them. Do you honestly, my opinion, I don't think that would have happened that way.
No.
You
They
know,
go through stuff and you leave it you don't return it to the way it was.
That's right. That's right. It's just ridiculous.
Federal prosecutor David Harbach argued that there was reason to believe that classified documents were at Mar-a-Lago. I agree. Reason to believe. Show me that probable cause in a warrant. And that the documents had been moved at Trump's direction. Okay, you got that information. Move to where? Mar-a-Lago. How about just move to South Miami? We have information that those documents were moved to South Miami or to Pompano Beach. You're going to search every place in those towns? No, you've got to be more specific than that. Trump's lawyers raised issue with the fact that other documents were seized during the raid beyond classified records. Not that unusual, people. You seize a lot. You find stuff that's if this stuff was in boxes, he's argued that his passport was in one, tax records, medical records, and stuff like that. Okay, and they were seized along with the other boxes. Well, if stuff was grouped together in a box or a couple of boxes or 3 or 4 or 10 boxes, yeah, you're going to seize it. Yeah, and they did. They gave it back.
Yes. All of that I'll just disappear from the news. If Trump wins the presidency, the rest of that will just go away for a long time.
Yeah, it will. But they've got all this stuff going on now, and I did not ever want to believe that our judicial system would be used as a political element, but this one and other trials and other situations, it's been used. It was used in the Trump and the Biden situation, but it was a proactive political move in his case. How about with Pence? It was proactive.
Right.
He went and found the stuff himself, said, well, maybe this could be something I'm not supposed to have. Biden. He said, well, I'm not sure what he said, but his lawyer said, maybe we better go through and clean your place out so that the feds don't come in here and raid it and arrest you for it. See, that could have occurred as well. They were proactive. Trump was stupid. I'm going to tell you. He was stupid. When they told him, we know you've got this stuff, you need to give it back. Why would he not have given it back? That was the dumbest legal move he's ever made.
Yes. I guarantee you, every president, I guarantee Obama's got something.
They've all got it. We know they've got it.
We know they've got it.
And it's this no big deal.
No.
Most of it is a bunch of junk and probably has been declassified already. A lot of it has ended up in their museums.
I will say, Trump seemed to have a lot.
Had a lot. He had more than he should have had, and he should not have had any of it, other than his personal papers, not the country's personal papers. And the minute they told him, said, "Well, you shouldn't have had this." Dang it! I didn't even know I had it. I didn't know that was all. I just had load up all the boxes. Well, no, that's not the way you do it. And no, after November, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get that cleared out, so he got it cleared out. Sometimes you may have picked up something that wasn't yours. And I don't know what his intent was at the time. I don't even know why he picked up those papers. What could he do with them? What was the benefit? Just to say, I'm the president, I can do it? No. That's
a lot
dumb.
of it, I'm sure, has to do with things that he presented that went into effect, laws that he approved, whatever, and he kept it for himself. I wouldn't want all the garbage.
He's too old to keep all that junk.
I'm done.
I'm getting rid of stuff now. I got a lot of stuff I'm trying to get rid of.
Remember we talked about it first of the week about the fishing boat that ran aground in Atlantic Beach? That has made national news.
Now, we're talking about the one that at Topsail or the one
at Atlantic Beach.
The one Trust Me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's on Fox News now.
Oh, well.
Somebody had taken a video of it.
Things like that can make news. It's not,
I'm
not
like,
that it's nationally
of course,
significant.
they've got all these other stories weaved into it about a tanker crashing and blah, blah, blah. Yeah. I'm like, wow.
Let's take a quick break, and we got a call when we come back. We want to get the break out of the way first. You're live in local Real Talk, Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME.
Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Welcome to Lingen & Associates Family Dentistry, where we love to make you smile. Now proud to be working with Doctors Kim and Tommy Morgan, formerly Morgan Family Dentistry. The Jacksonville and Richlands Morgan offices of Lingen & Associates Family Dentistry blends the latest technology with personal care and attention, so you have an amazing dental experience. The offices of Lingen & Associates welcome all ages and accepts all major insurances, including military. Lingen & Associates Family Dentistry has been serving the state of North Carolina for over 40 years, with 2 locations in Jacksonville, Richlands, and Maysville. Call for an appointment today at 877-LANE-DDS or online at lanedds.com. Welcome to Lingen & Associates Family Dentistry. Tammy Fry Allstate Swansboro can save you money on your automobile insurance with new options that are available now. Tammy Fry Allstate Swansboro goes the extra mile to make sure you are in good hands, like helping you customize your auto, home, and windstorm coverage with their Write Your Own Home policy. Yes, save even more when you bundle your home, auto, boat, motorcycle, and even your golf cart. Remember, if it rolls or floats, call Tammy for a quote. You and everything you own are in good hands with Tammy Fry Allstate Swansboro. Save more money on your automobile insurance today with Tammy Fry Allstate. Phone 910-326-5383 today. Tammy Fry Allstate, 638 West Corbett Avenue in the friendly city by the sea, Swansboro.
Looking for a job? Full-time? Part-time? Il Cigno Italiano Restaurant wants you. We're currently hiring for hostesses, servers, bartenders, and dishwashers. Il Cigno Italiano is a family-owned, fast-paced restaurant that offers the best in fine dining on the Crystal Coast. If you're hardworking, reliable, professional, and have a desire to always strive for better, we want to talk to you. Make great money and be a part of an outstanding, dedicated team. Il Cigno Italiano on West Corbett Avenue in Swansboro.
If you are looking to purchase a pre-owned car, truck, or SUV without the high pressure, Onslow County Motor Company, 1639 Lejeune Boulevard, may be the dealership for you. At Onslow County Motor Company, they want to help you buy a car, truck, or SUV, not just sell you one. Buying a car, truck, or SUV should be enjoyable, and the folks at Onslow County Motor Company will do their best in making your car buying experience fun and relaxed. Check out their inventory online at ocmc.us or visit them at 1639 Lejeune Boulevard. All vehicles are hand-selected, and a standard warranty comes with most vehicles, with extended warranties available, and Carfax is free. Stop by and visit Ben, Brandon, Travis, or Terry. They will gladly answer all your questions about a particular model. Financing? Well, it's most anybody. Great selection, great people. Onslow County Motor Company, 1639 Lejeune Boulevard, Jacksonville, where customers send their friends.
Call today, 910-355-7066.
If you're looking for a home, or perhaps you want to sell your house, why would you not pick a realtor that knows Eastern North Carolina? Candy Brown Thompson has lived her entire life in this area and knows the territory like the back of her hand. She's a realtor with Century 21 Champion in Jacksonville and is known as a professional that will do everything possible to find the right home to meet your needs. It matters not whether you're looking for a small starter home or you're ready for a larger home. Candy will stick her neck out and check out homes throughout the eastern part of the state. She's known to look high and low and show you as many houses as you want until you have found the perfect house you can turn into a home. Throughout the process, she'll treat you with grace, kindness, and integrity, and you'll love her sense of humor. For a realtor dedicated to her clients, give Candy Brown Thompson of Century 21 Champion a call at 910-787-5600. That's 910-787-5600.
Hello, shoppers. Take advantage of the following specials and many, many more at your locally owned and operated Piggly Wiggly store down the street where good things cost less, Main Street and downtown Maysville, on your way to and from the beach. County Line, Pride Chicken Wings. You get a 5-pound bag for just $9.99. How about a 20-pound box for fried drumsticks for just $19.99? Center Cut sirloin steak, only $7.99 a pound. Quarter sliced pork loin, just $1.99 a pound. And bone-in center cut thick pork chops, just $2.59 a pound, and split fire breasts are only $2.29 a pound. And remember, the beef and pork is cut fresh every day by the butchers at your locally owned and operated Piggly Wiggly store in Maysville, and they use only the finest and certified Angus beef and Sanderson's Farm chicken. Over in produce, North Carolina grown sweet blueberries. You get 2 pints for $5. How about a 1-pound package of fresh strawberries? You get 2 1-pound packages for $5. Sweet Athena cantaloupes are only $3.49 each. Jumbo green bell peppers, 99 cents each. Black, white, or red seedless grapes are only $2.99 a pound. And sweet and juicy Eastern peaches, just $1.49 a pound. And you get 3 12-packs of the 12-ounce cans of Coke or Sprite for just $15. That's your locally owned and operated Piggly Wiggly store where good things cost less. Down the street, Main Street in Maysville, on your way to and from the beach. Remember, stay big with the pig.
It's live and local. Real Talk on Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME.
Okay, again, we're back live in local Real Talk, and on the line, we're going to go to Catrick County again. Hey, Steve.
Hey guys, how y'all doing this morning?
Oh, we're hanging in here. How are you?
Oh, doing pretty good. Sitting out here in the parking lot at a grocery store. Running some errands this morning.
Well, I'm so sorry. You better go ahead and take out a second mortgage.
Yes, really.
I hear you. Prices ain't never really came down. They always go up. So
Yeah.
that's just like the sun shining and the sky being blue to me.
true.
But
What's up?
I heard y'all talking about Mr. Trump this morning and the Mar-a-Lago case, and I was surprised for you to call him stupid for what he done.
I didn't say he was stupid. I said it's the stupidest move he's ever made. He is not. He is not stupid. He's cunning, but he's not stupid.
Maybe I slipped a little off to the side on that one a little bit, but you know, it was a stupid move, but it was his choice all the way through. When they asked him for the documents back, he should have gave them back.
That's
but
right.
absolutely, once they got a subpoena from a federal grand jury saying give them back, his lawyers had to tell him what that meant if he ignored that.
Well, he should have given them back before then. He did not need to wait for any of that. He could have done the American thing. Let me just put it that way for just a second. He should have done the American thing and said, okay, maybe I picked up some stupid stuff here. Maybe, I was in a hurry to leave the place. Got it? I had a lot of stuff there. I had it all sent down to Mar-a-Lago. Should not have been a problem. And he should have said, I haven't had a chance to go through it. And maybe there's a bunch of stuff there that not supposed to have. And y'all come get it and give me back what I'm supposed to have. That's what I would have done.
That's what most people trying not to break the law would have done.
Well, I'm not sure that most people would have done it.
What he did was completely opposite from that and was blatant. You know, and he's even come out since then and still argues that he had every right to do it. And, you know, and of course he don't. But at any rate, like I say, they would have, you know, what was the FBI and the National Archives supposed to do when he refused to comply with a subpoena from a federal grand jury?
Well, the DOJ ordered the FBI to investigate. They said, well, this is what we have. This is the information that we have. Go ahead and draw the warrants and search warrant and go do it. I still maintain that searching 50 whatever number of rooms plus 33 bathrooms was kind of going beyond the scope of a warrant. You would have to show that you had information, not that it could have been there. I mean, it could have been buried in my backyard or somebody. It could have been, and could have been is a different story.
Right. And I don't know when it came into play that they received the security footage that showed employees moving those boxes around.
I don't know either.
I don't know, but I would say if that was something they knew about, then that changes the whole situation.
Well, there's an argument, but at the same time, if I had seen that security footage first, how did they get that security footage? But if I had seen it first, I would have, as an investigator, I would have identified those employees and I would have brought as many of them into as I could identify, and me and them would have had a sit down. And somebody would. Somebody would.
They subpoenaed it.
Somebody would have said. They would have told me before we left the room where that stuff was stored. Mm-hmm. That's how you get a warrant.
Yeah, I would say that this was an unusual situation.
Well, it was all the way around.
To most.
And the FBI agents,
the
FBI agents had a lot of concern about it as well, but they had orders.
But it should have never came to that. And I'll be honest with you, I'm surprised that one of the other 3-letter organizations wouldn't have just went in there warrantless and got those highly sensitive documents. I'm a little disappointed that they didn't take immediate action on that.
That would have been a really dumb move on their part.
If it was you or I, and we had those type of documents in our possession, and we're refusing to give them back, it would have went a lot worse.
I would have to know what those documents were, and yet at this point in time, I do not know personally how sensitive all those things were. I'm sure
I don't myself either.
Yeah.
I do know that that particular markings on some of the photos that they showed The protocol for that is very strict, and he had broke the protocol for that, drastically.
Yeah.
So that's the reason why I'm surprised that the national security apparatus didn't swoop in and secure those documents, regardless of warrants, regardless of due process, and not even charged him, just secured the documents.
Well, that
regardless of any prosecution.
That could have been a really bad situation with armed Secret Service guys there to protect the president.
Right.
Well, I mean, they could notify Secret Service, that they're coming and they're coming to get it. But like I say, I'm surprised that they just took such slow steps to secure those documents. But
all right, we got a commercial to play and another caller.
Yeah, gotta go, Steve.
Yeah,
gotta
like I say,
go.
He kind of orchestrated all that. At
He
any
did.
time, it would have ended just the way it did with Pence and
Biden. It's
and the
exactly
documents
right.
they had.
That's what I would have done. I mean, common sense
Right,
dictates
and
that.
and he wouldn't have been prosecuted. They wouldn't have raided it. He begged for every bit of that to happen.
I'm
So
stubborn.
You gotta see it as he's kind of setting the stage. He's all about reality TV, and he made sure that the FBI had to come raid his house and take those documents.
I'm a stubborn individual, but I'm not stupid. Okay, there's a difference.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
Thank you, sir.
Right.
We'll
And
talk
like
to
I
you.
say, he ain't stupid, so he did it for a reason.
He's stubborn.
And well, I mean, maybe he wanted to be able to say, "Look at them attacking me. Look at them treating me unjustly."
He should have talked to his lawyers about that, because there's nothing unjust about what they did. All right, Steve, got to run. You're live and local, Real Talk, 1.1, 1120 a.m. WSME. We'll be right back.
Freedom 97.1 WSME.
For 40 years now, people throughout Jacksonville and Onslow County have trusted Barnes Diamond Gallery for all their jewelry needs for every special occasion. They understand that every day is a special event for someone, whether celebrating a wedding, anniversary, birthday, engagement, or graduation. Let Barnes Diamond Gallery custom design something for you. Barnes Diamond Gallery does on-site repair in addition to their quality and selection of diamonds, diamond fashion bands, pendants, watches, earrings, gemstone rings, and necklaces for anyone for any occasion. Major credit cards accepted. Layaway available. Barnes Diamond Gallery offers appraisals and paid top market prices for gold and silver. Barnes Diamond Gallery, 461 Western Boulevard, Suite 120, Jacksonville, open 9:30 to 5:30, Monday through Friday.
Mills International Incorporated, your local Cub Cadet dealer, is ready for summer. And you should be too, with the Cub Cadet Ultima Series. Come today and see how these zero-turn mowers have stepped up control with traditional lap to a familiar steering wheel experience. Four-wheel control provides precision, maneuverability, and stability on a variety of terrains, including hills up to 20 degrees. Adjustable automotive-inspired high back seat lets you comfortably cut at your maximum speed, while a heavy-duty mowing deck powers your yard for a premium cut. Combine steering wheel control with premium features of the Cub Cadet Ultima Series, and you get a zero-turn mower ready to unlock the possibilities of your lawn. Head to your local Cub Cadet dealer, Mills International Incorporated, at 801 South Queen Street, Kinston, for exceptional offers, expert advice, and a superior service.
The best deal for the grill is at Jones LP Gas and Oil Company each Friday. Every Friday from 8 a.m. till closing at 5, Jones LP Gas and Oil Company will fill your 20-pound LP gas grill cylinder for only $11. You heard that right. Each Friday till closing, you can have your 20-pound LP gas cylinder filled for only $11 at Jones Gas and Oil Company, 3881 Wilmington Highway in heart of Verona. In addition to saving money on your LP gas for the grill, Jones Gas and Oil is your full-service gas and oil company serving residential, commercial, and agricultural gas and oil needs, as well as gas appliances, LP replacement, parts, fill cylinders, and tankless water heaters, and they offer a 10% military discount on installation. Remember to get that cylinder filled every Friday until closing for only $11. Jones Gas and Oil Company, 3881 the Old Wilmington Highway, Verona. Phone 910-346-6384.
Have you gotten your copy of Topsail Times newspaper this week? If not, did you know that Topsail Times is Topsail area's only local newspaper in print? Started a little over a year ago, we now have over 1,500 online subscribers and 5,000 printed copies that go out every 2 weeks. And we never charge our readers. Information should be free to our readers, and we stick by that. Looking for an idea for date night? Want to learn some local history? How about asking a veterinarian about your pet? These things and more are available in each copy of the Topsail Times newspaper. Want to get the word out about your business? We offer great rates for full color ads, and the online paper version is always included for free. Need help designing the perfect ad? We can do that too. We're always looking for human interest stories, so start writing. And we love local photos too. Check out our website at topsailtimes.net, where you can find out where to pick up a copy or check out our latest publication online.
The excitement of baseball has arrived in Jacksonville with the Jacksonville Ospreys Summer Collegiate Baseball Team. Playing their games in inaugural season at Jack Emmett Park in Jacksonville. Bring your family and friends. Catch the fun with games, promotions, and special events. Grab season passes, online tickets, and game times at JacksonvilleOspreys.com. Tickets just $10 at the gate. This summer, swing on over and score some fun with your own Jacksonville Ospreys.
Summer vacation season is here, and if your plans include hitting the road to do some traveling, then make sure to visit to Silent Service Centers on your to-do list. Travel safety starts with the tires on your vehicle. A trip to Silent Service Center will give you peace of mind, with the best value on all name brand tires, and the largest selection of used tires in the area. In addition to quality tires, Silent Service Center is a North Carolina inspection station and does complete brake service, oil changes, and alignment service. And what is really nice is there's no long wait time. Silent Service Center knows you are busy and will have you back on the road in a hurry. Silent Service Center, 1707 Lejeune Boulevard, Jacksonville, and 108 West Main Street, Havelock. Phone 910-353-4760.
It's live and local. Real talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Okay, we're back and with some closing remarks today. The one, the only, he hung up. Where did he go?
He'll call back.
Yeah,
well,
Chris.
just real quick, just some public service announcements. Don't forget, anyone interested, if you're a registered nurse, an LPN, et cetera,
or wannabe,
or wannabe. Anyway, they have a nursing job fair today, 4 to 6 p.m. at Onslow Memorial Hospital. Right now, they are offering up to $15,000 as a sign-on bonus for those that are licensed registered. And also tonight, the Ospreys will be home. They are playing the Clayton Clovers. Gates open at 5:30, and the first pitch is at 6:30. It's bingo night.
Bingo.
So, yeah, they're going to give you cards at the gate. And they're saying that bring your Lucky Charm to the ballpark and play along as the game unfolds. Every play could be your chance to shop bingo and win fabulous prizes.
There you go.
Whether it's a strike, a steal, or a slide into home, your card could be the winning ticket.
Yay.
So, grab your dabbers, get your game face on, and come on out there. They're going to be giving away gifts and merchandise.
Hey,
and
Chris,
stuff.
go get your gabbers.
I'll do it. So Ospreys. I'll be fast in rebuttal to Steve's comments. Okay, what's the difference between Biden and Trump in this classified document situation?
Well, Biden is the president. Trump was not.
Well, actually, well, that's a good one. That's true too. The difference is Trump has a bigger house than Biden does.
Ooh, wow.
You know, at least Trump's were locked, secure, and not in a garage next to his beautiful car.
Yeah.
And you know, employees are employees, and so Biden blamed his, and Trump blamed his, and so we'll move on. I have to tell you what's really, if I can make a suggestion for people that may watch the debate tomorrow.
I'm watching it.
It starts at 9 o'clock. Don't listen to any of the news media pre-debate show.
Absolutely not.
Because they're going to spin it how they want to. I'll give you an example. NBC, 2-hour coverage before the debate, and the debate's only 90 minutes.
What do you mean they got 2 hours before the NBC's going to go 2 hours before the debate?
No, I mean, that'll drive me crazy.
Starts coverage at, NBC starts coverage at 7. The debate's at 9 and lasts until 10:30.
Who thumped that one up?
It's for them to put their spin on the history of Donald Trump, the history as they see it of Joe Biden, and try to convince people what's going to happen. And I have no clue.
I have never such a thing.
Mm-mm.
Well, if you want, turn on NBC at 7 o'clock.
I obviously will not do it because I like my TV too much.
I'll be watching
too.
storm
We'll talk
weather.
tomorrow.
And I'll probably be throwing things at TV for 2 hours prior to a debate. I want they don't give you that
Yeah,
much.
right up there with the Kentucky Derby.
No.
Talk tomorrow. Have a good day.
I'm talking about Super Bowl. Super Bowl, they give a lot of coverage all day long, but it's like, for radical people who like Super Bowls. Give me a break. Thank you, Chris.
Take care.
All right, bye. Maybe we ought to go.